How's it going, everyone? It is the February trade recap video. So in this video, we're going to look at all the trades, all the picks I gave out in February. We're going to see if they won or if they lost. We're going to total them up at the end and see how we did. The other thing we're going to look at is if there's any patterns that we noticed in the trades that we could have improved. Did we hold our winners too short? Did we hold our losers too long? Did we miss something in the market? Did we get lucky on a couple of trades? So after we look at all the trades, we're going to find out those patterns. I have a list of all the trades over here. And the first one we have up is SMCI. I'm going to have the SPY D1 chart side by side so we can see the market context as we take the trade. So SMCI, we took on the 5th, and I believe we took profits on the 9th. We targeted a 1 ETR move over here, so we took profits at the open somewhere around here. That was a nice set of gains. On 2/6, I offered an AXP PCS, but it did not fill because we did not get that pullback. On the 6th, you can see here's a 6th, and it moved up over away, so we missed that pullback opportunity. On 2/7, we had PANW. So, yep, here's a 7th right here. Excellent break of compression. Here's the market on the 7th, so really nice setup in the stock and the market, and we took gains on that, I believe, overnight. I had some gains a day higher. So PANW was a win. On 2/8, we had Carvana. All right. So we took Carvana on the 8th over here. Nice bullish flag formation, breaking out of compression. And we took profits the next day. Tiny overnight win on the 9th. Ended up moving higher and testing this resistance level somewhere over here. Carvana was a nice win. 2-9. We had some day trades on the 9th. So let's see. 7th, 8th, 9th. Okay. So we had some day trades on the 9th, and it looks like one of them was SMCI. So let's zoom into this chart on the 9th. All right, we're going back. So it needs a second to load here. Let's do this instead. Okay. All right. So SMCI on the 9th, nice, steady, nice move in the morning. Pull back over here, get this entry on the pullback, and you had a chance to take some decent profits here once the move started to stall out. So not the biggest day trade win, but a decent day trade win. ASML, really nice move today, actually, or on the last trading day, I should say. We're going to zoom back over to the 9th. Yep, ASML over here. Nice steady grind higher. You can see as it started to gain relative strength and the market did nothing. Pull back over here. You have a nice entry point on this HA reversal candle at 12.25, and you can ride that move higher until you get another HA reversal candle over there. The last one we have is RIOT. Give me a little bit of news here. That's a really nice breakout in ASML. Okay. So, right, we took this on the 9th. Broke over here. Decent day trade. Not the best day trade. It's a decent day trade. Oh, yeah. Here was the entry over here. I remember this. I remember this setup. Big gap up big gap up, hold the gains, compress, and then we started to inch higher, break through the high of the day, and then you have a really nice steady grind higher. Starts to lose some relative strength here, and when it starts to pull back, you have to stand to take profits. You can have a really nice chunk of the move on right. So 3 wins for that day, but day trades, so they were a little bit of smaller wins. Now let's go back to the daily chart. 212 ANF. So we took it on the 12th, gap down, moved up higher, and then went up over here on the 19th. And look at that. I mean, if you stayed in the stock, it's just been going straight up, absolutely straight up. Super nice, tight price action. And you can probably hold it until earnings at this point. I mean, there's nothing technically wrong with this stock over here. So ANF was a nice win. MU was I believe, our only swing short. So we took MU on the 13th. Let's look what happened on the 13th. So negative move from CPI. MU had a pretty weak chart, broke through a lot of levels. We had a little bit of a bounce the next 2 days, and we held MU. And you see it didn't budge at all. Really nice selling pressure as the market moved up. As soon as the market paused, MU cracked down, and we took our profits on that trade. So MU, nice win for a short. Still something I am working on, finding those occasional shorts that I can take some high probability trades on. All right, APO. We took APO on the 14th, as well as CFLT and Crowd. APO. Okay, so where is this ticker? Took it on the 14th over here, and then it looks like we took profits at our target right here. I believe that is our green line. This high plus trend line. Although I'm not sure what 1OTL past was showing me. I'm not sure if it was showing me anything. In any case, we took our profits in APO. That was a nice win here. CFLT, we took a small loss on this one actually yesterday on the market close. Charts are taking a little bit of time to load this morning, so I don't know. Maybe I need a new Wi-Fi setup over here. CFLT. There we go. Huh. Looks like maybe I put the ticker in wrong. Took it on the 14th here. This was the setup. And this was the market. So we liked that strength that was coming in at that level. Turns out it ended up wavering. So we got in here, and then I ended up taking a loss here. Probably could have got out for a small win or a scratch. That's what I was bidding for. I didn't quite get it early in the day. But could have go, sure. But this was our loss. You can see how it didn't move how we wanted to, and we gave it time to go in the trade. So we'll look at this mistake a little bit later, but that was an L in our books. We also took crowd on the same day on the 14th. We liked the strong reaction from crowd the day before and today. Crowd ended up rejecting off this high plus trend line over here, and we held it through some negative PANW news, and then we took the loss today, or sorry, the day before on the 29th around here. So crowd was our second L. Let's go to our next pick, which is JPM. And we took JPM on the 15th. So we took it on the 15th here. I mean, it's made a pretty nice move here. Excellent breakout from compression. Held the gains, started to inch higher. And I think we actually did a diagonal here on the 21st. Diagonal ended up expiring, or I think we closed it on the 22nd as the market shot up higher. We closed the diagonal for a 80% profit, and then we closed the remainder of the trade for about a 20 to 25% profit. So JPM, nice move, compressed a little bit, and then it broke out again yesterday. You see the move's getting a little bit not as tight, but still very tradable in my opinion. Still dipping and going higher. So really just waiting for that big bearish engulf on a stock like this. Nice, steady, dripped higher. BSX. So we took BSX on 216. So we took it here. Retraced quite a bit. And we took profits again on this retest here on the 23rd. So nice, steady grinder. Took some nice profits on this, and it's been slowly sloping up. So this one definitely takes a bit of time. Okay, second short of the video, 220 Lightspeed LSPD. So where is 220? Right here. Okay. So we took Lightspeed right here. This was the setup. Nice little bear flag. Erased this pop-up from the buying on nice volume. Small overnight swing, and we took profits the next day, about a half ATR move. And now it looks like it has been kind of digesting some of this leg lower over here. So Lightspeed was a nice overnight win. We didn't have any pick on the 21st, but we did have a pick on the 22nd, which was GE. GE is a very beautiful chart. So there was a day trade opportunity on the 14th. We took it here on the 22nd on this compression break at 151. And I believe we took our profits on the 26th at 154.57. The stock has continued to march higher. So GE, very, very nice win. We also took spot on the 23rd. So we took it right here on the 23rd, held the gains, and then broke out of compression again today. And we took profits on the 1st, or I shouldn't say today, I should say yesterday. So spot, very, very nice win on that. CLSK. So we took the trade here. We knew it was volatile and there was crypto earnings around the time. So we put an overnight swing on a CDS. Got in at 20 cents, got out at 35 cents on this move up. So it took a nice 75% profit on that trade. Very, very nice win. All right. AXP, we took the trade here on the 27th, and we took the win right here on the 1st. So nice little gain up here. A little bit, not a full ATR move, a little bit less, but still pretty decent. The HD day trade ended up not having a pick on that because it reversed reversed more than I would like to for a day trade. Let's take a look at this chart here. Nice move on HT today. So the video came out over here, or the pick came out over here on the 28th. Retraced a little bit, marched up higher. Today, really nice day of gains on this stock. Pretty choppy. So works out a little bit better as a swing than in a day trade. But definitely very nice gains overall. So not counting that as a win, but just pointing out that it would have been a great swing had you had done that. And then on the last day, the 29th, we picked AMD. Nice compression break over here. Took profits at around 200 on the open. So I counted, there was a few days where I didn't have any trades or any picks, but overall we had 19 picks this month, 17 wins, and 2 losses. So I'm gonna have to get my calculator out here, just see what that is. 17 divided by 19 is an 89% win rate, about a 90% win rate. Now, if we add up how we're doing in the last couple of months, we had 16 wins in January and 3 losses. So we have 33 wins, and we have 5 losses. So it's 33 divided by 38, which puts us at an 87% win rate for the past 2 months on these picks. So goes to show that it's hard to be luck when you're winning 87% of your trades in the past 2 months. We've had a nice market, but hard to be lucky with those kind of stats. Now, if you're paying attention, here's a couple things that I noticed on some of my trades. Really strong, tight price patterns on D1 charts can be ridden a lot higher, right? So I'll give a couple examples here. I took ANF on the 12th. There's not really any technical reason for me to get out of the trade other than good profits. It has just been marching up really nice and high, and I could probably hold it until earnings. So if I was doing a longer term trade on ANF, that's probably how I would structure it. Because I've been doing shorter term trades, I believe my profit targets make sense for those kind of moves. But I'm not doing longer term trades, right? I'm not doing these ultra long swings, but it might be an opportunity I'm missing here by not taking these longer swings. And at least having some position on for these, I can really ride out the move. Another example would be something like GE is another great example here. When I took it here, I didn't have any technical reason to leave the trade, and I could just be riding out the position for a lot longer. So GE is another great example of that. But there's other cases where the price action doesn't get as tight here, right? You would think that with PANW, I mean, we had earnings coming out over here, but if we see a move like this, that we'd have a nice steady march higher. And in some cases, we don't, right? Some cases we reject off something, some level where it gets a little bit too overextended, and then we see that drop off. So the key is just recognizing, I think, the warning signs for that kind of price action. I think, I don't know, there's not really a flat bottom HA reversal candle here. I mean, this is obviously one, but this sort of pullback and this test would probably be something like this. But I think this candle on the 13th would be the warning sign to get out of the trade. So you'd probably have to take the small loss here. Let's see, close. Oh yeah, it actually gained up over here. So probably take the small win on a stock that doesn't go your way in something like this with earnings coming up. And PANW it's not as of a tight price action. So that's probably the clue that I'm seeing here. You can't stick with the trade as much because it makes these big moves and then it compresses. Big moves compress, right? Big move, compress, or pull back. With a stock like ANF or GE or even Spot or AXP, they don't really get ahead of itself. I mean, we called out Spot on the 6th. We called out Spot yeah, on the 6th or even the 7th, right? At 209, it's been going up $10 ever since, kind of 5% on the stock, and pulled back here, and it's just been holding up this nice tight price action. So what I'm leaning towards is that we want to stay. We can probably stick longer in this current market environment. We can probably stick longer in stocks that have nice tight price action, um, and make more on those swings. We have an opportunity to make some higher profits. So here's the three examples that came up again: ANF, GE, AXP, Spot. Those are the three examples that really stick out in my mind. So let's pull up again just a GE chart. Right. So what we have to just know the price action warning sign, and I think it'd probably be some sort of LRSI cross would be the ultimate sign of confirmation, um, or some sort of bearish hammer or bearish engulfing candle. Right. So here you definitely have to get out, but it depends where you got in on the move, right? If you got in on the 5th, like here I did, as it scales up, and I think as it starts to go parabolic, you'd probably want this low, the low of the previous candle to hold, right? So you can see it's making higher lows and keep holding that low. It's not pulling back too much, right? If the pullback is deep, like this bearish engulfing candle on the 16th, maybe let's look into that day. Could give us some clues onto what the M5 price action could be like. And I think this, I'm putting a lot of detail here, but I think it's pretty key because oftentimes you'll see the M5 chart if you're looking at the trade like I am and trying to guess what's going to happen on the D1 chart, right? The closer it is to the end of the day, the better picture you get of the D1 candle that's about to form. All right, so I believe it's this day. Okay, here we go. So, a couple of things that we were watching out for. We knew that there was some psychological resistance at 1,000. Looks like it hit a little bit higher, about 1,077. Stacked red candles over here. And where is the prior day low? Right here. Broke through the prior day low, and we can't get back above it very strongly. We start to compress over here, right? Market is, by the way, what's the market doing at this time as well? You can see how it's shooting up higher on this day. What day is this? The 16th? Looks like it ended up having a late day reversal, but market looks like it was pretty strong on the 16th, early in the morning. Stacked red candles, heavy volume, at psychological resistance on a stock that's gone parabolic at this low over here. So to me, you would exit somewhere around here, around 900, and you'd capture the gains of this move. So you are waiting for the signs that the top is in, right? And you can even finish on the day if you want the extra confirmation. I think it's a good exercise on these parabolic stocks. There seems to be a couple of these. But that's the second thing that I'm going to learn is see if I can really lead into these parabolic stocks and get a lot out of them. So those are the two things that I'm taking away from this. Sticking with my steady, tight, nice grinder stocks longer and longer. And second is sticking into the stocks that go parabolic when I have a good entry and waiting for that bearish hammer or bearish engulf to happen. So thanks for listening, everyone. Thanks for this trading video. We'll do another one of these in March, and I hope you all learned something very helpful.